Morning, people. Oh, good morning. Um, a special late night edition. Only because I woke up in pain and had to do something other than lay down. All right. Had my doctor's appointment today. And yes, it is inevitable. By next month, they are going to go back in, re-scrape my hip, and they're going to have a plastic surgeon go ahead and redo that entire side. But they're actually getting a plastic surgeon to actually do it, so it's really cool. However, I wasn't too thrilled with the doctor's appointment today. I mean, don't get me wrong, this is one of the first doctor's appointments in a while since I've been in Vegas. Where I went in, had my paperwork done, they did all my quick evaluation stuff before they had to send me for my MRI. They had it all done in less than 10 minutes. And then they rushed me in, got me in the MRI, and got me back out, which it only took them like 15 minutes. So for the first 30 minutes was all my evaluation stuff and the MRI they needed to do. Then the doctor comes in, and he's got my old charts from Vegas with him, and I'm like, yeah, I can explain the novels that are in your hand. And he's like, no, I had a time to kind of glance over it. He goes, and I got a hold of Dr. Lovett in Vegas and explained they had talked to each other, and goes, okay, he wants me to run 2 quick tests, and at that point we'll let you know. So they went through and looked at the whole backside, and then he grabbed it was like a biopsy probe, and they ran it in. And when it ran it in, it felt actually like I was being fist fucked with a chainsaw, but I grit my teeth and took it in stride, and they gave me a local and everything else. And it still hurt, but it was done. They found out as soon as he pulled it out and looked at the material, he goes, nope, we are going to have to do the surgery next month. So I am going to be laid up for a while. So this is the rant about that, as I'm just pissed off because, as everybody knows, I have a lot of things lined up, and I'm not going to be able to do them now for a while, so it's all good. However, the highlight to all of this was I got home. Well, first off, we went to the state fair because the drugs were still in effect, and I wasn't hurting, so we had plans to go to the state fair today anyway, and it was like, cool, let's go. So I went to the state fair, had a blast, hung out with Adrian today. You rock, bro. Have a new hat. Anybody who sees any of my other shows around town or anything, I might wear it on one of the rants one of these nights real soon, just so the rest of you can see it. But got a new hat, and it's really cool. You know what? Hold that thought. Count to 3. I didn't have to go that far. It was right behind me. I didn't even notice it. See? That's what kind of mood I'm in right now. Ta-da! Okay, enough of that. I actually like that hat. So that's what's going on that side. The highlight to all of it, though, and I do want to thank Feisty straight off the bat, because as soon as she found out that I was home and in pain, she didn't hesitate to come over and help take care of me the rest of the day till I passed out tonight. So, you rock, babe. Where are we going to go with this? See, it's kind of hard to think right now because everything's being done is on my right side. I usually sleep on that side. So when I passed out earlier, I was able to pass out on my left side. And it was about, 15 minutes ago when my body decided to roll back over on that side. And it woke me up rather abruptly. So I'm awake and in pain. And if I sound a little groggy, everybody now knows why. Okay, now. And a sore throat. What else is new? Where was I going to go with this? Haha. Okay. As everybody knows, school kicked back in this week. For half the country, it was like last week. For the rest of the country, it was this week. And it's always that wonderful time of year when everybody gets to, spend a fortune, buying their kids new school clothes and school supplies and getting them set up to go back to what is supposed to be higher education. Haha, chuckle, chuckle. In this country, I think kids get a better education off their PlayStations, their Xboxes, and off the internet than they do in the schools anymore. Just a thought, folks. I think it's about time we should sit there and just give every kid a laptop, put all the classes online, and then all they have to do is, at the end of everything, is take the test live in front of an actual teacher to see how much they've learned, and then evaluate them from there. This way we get rid of all of the school shootings like Columbine, we get rid of all the drug problems, we can turn schools into prisons, and those kids that don't want to go to school, they can go back to that building! Oh. But for those of you who have kids back in school, this is the time when I praise all of you, because this is when you actually start getting some rest after the last 103 days of having them under your feet and driving you fucking nuts. So I congratulate all you parents out there. Now's your break time. At least for the next 9 months, you get some extra time in your life to kind of figure out why you had kids in the first place. Which also brings up another topic, because this next week is also Labor Day weekend. This is what this will be the second year. It was kind of weird because for like the last 4 or 5 years, I did the Jerry Lewis Labor Day telethon. I was usually on for about 5 to 7 minutes. Had a blast. Talked to Jerry. I've known him for a few years because we shared the same doctor in Vegas. Very cool guy. Hard to believe that this might be his last year personally doing the telethon, but nobody's sure about that yet, but that's another story altogether. But it's not just the telethon for Labor Day. It's all the drunken bastards that are going to be out there running amok, stirring up shit, and getting drunk because they've got a 3 to 4 day weekend coming up that gives them, in their own minds, the right to act like a bunch of fucking idiots. Okay, Labor Day is not like Memorial Day or any of the other holidays that celebrate, you know, independence or freedom or a salute to our troops or any of that. It's basically supposed to be a holiday for the working man. But that's what I always thought fucking weekends were for. My personal opinion, but now you get 4 days off in a row to go out and act like a bunch of drunken, debauched bastards and bitches and run amok and get drunk. The only thing I'm going to say to all this, I'm not really going to rant, is look, it's Labor Day weekend. There's a lot of us that are going to be out there that aren't going to be acting like a bunch of fucking idiots. Take that in mind when you're out there doing it so the rest of us don't have to kill you. Okay, just a thought, folks. I was going to do a 4th rant tonight, and in the mood I'm in, I almost did. But due to the fact that I don't want to ruffle any feathers, and it's not really worth my time to do it, I'm not going to do the 4th rant. I might write about it, so you might have to read about it and submit it, but not verbally tonight, no. Anyway, my hip is really starting to hurt again. And that's why I keep hesitating, because I don't want to scream on camera at everybody. And it's about, if you notice, every time during this, if I winced or just kind of stopped and wondered where my brain was at, basically it was because this nice surge of pain came through my fucking body. I'm going to go try to lay back down. I will do another rant by the end of the week and tie up some loose ends on some other things I haven't discussed this week. Once again, much love to Feisty for coming over today. You know how I feel. Everybody else, thank you for the support. For those of you that did call me back tonight, or I am to me actually too. You guys have a great week, and I'm gonna go lay in bed and cry myself to sleep in pain. Peace, peeps. I'm out.